The Salesforce SOAP API is a powerful tool for developers. It allows you to interact with Salesforce data in a standardized way. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol. It uses XML to format requests and responses. This makes it reliable and platform independent. Developers use SOAP API to build integrations with Salesforce. They can create, retrieve, update, and delete data. This can be done from external applications or systems. SOAP API is particularly useful for complex integrations. This is because it supports complex data types and relationships. SOAP API offers several advantages over other integration methods. One key advantage is its ability to handle multiple records in a single request. This greatly improves efficiency, especially when dealing with large data sets. Additionally, SOAP API supports custom objects and fields. This makes it a versatile choice for various integration needs. Overall, the Salesforce SOAP API is an essential tool for developers working with Salesforce. Its standardized approach, robust capabilities, and support for complex data structures make it an ideal choice for building integrations and extending Salesforce functionality. Before you can start using the SOAP API, you need to set up a connected app in Salesforce. This is a simple process that involves a few steps. First, log into your Salesforce org and navigate to the App Manager. Click on New Connected App and provide the necessary details for your app. The next step is to define the API permissions for your connected app. This determines what actions your app is allowed to perform. Select SOAP API under the selected OAuth Scopes section. Grant appropriate permissions based on your integration requirements. Once you've created the connected app, you'll receive a consumer key and consumer secret. These credentials are essential for authenticating your API requests. Keep them in a safe place as you'll need them later when making API calls. With the connected app set up, you can start integrating with the SOAP API. Use the provided WSDL file to generate client code in your preferred programming language. This will simplify the process of making API requests and handling responses. The Salesforce SOAP API supports a wide range of operations for managing your Salesforce data. These operations can be categorized into 5 main types: create, retrieve, update, delete, and query. Each operation is performed using specific API calls. The create operation allows you to create new records in Salesforce. You can create records for standard objects like accounts and contacts, as well as custom objects specific to your org. The retrieve operation lets you fetch data from Salesforce. This operation requires you to specify the object type and the criteria for selecting the desired records. Updating existing records is done through the update operation. This operation lets you modify field values in Salesforce based on specific criteria. The delete operation allows for the removal of records from Salesforce. Use this operation with caution, as deleted records are not recoverable from the recycle bin. Finally, the query operation lets you perform more complex data retrievals using SOQL, or Salesforce Object Query Language. This operation is useful for fetching data based on specific conditions and relationships between objects. When working with Salesforce SOAP API, it's important to keep in mind some key considerations. First and foremost, understand the Salesforce data model. This includes knowing the different objects, their fields, and relationships. A good understanding of the data model will help you structure your API calls effectively. Salesforce enforces governor limits to ensure platform stability and performance. These limits restrict the number of API calls you can make within a given time frame. Familiarize yourself with these limits and design your integrations to stay within the allowed thresholds. Error handling is crucial when working with any API. Salesforce SOAP API provides detailed error messages that can help you troubleshoot issues. Implement proper error handling mechanisms in your code to gracefully handle errors and avoid application crashes. Finally, always test your integrations thoroughly. Use a dedicated testing environment to avoid affecting production data. Test different scenarios and edge cases to ensure your integrations behave as expected in various situations. By following these best practices, you can build robust and efficient integrations using Salesforce SOAP API.